There is a moment that decides the direction of your life, and it rarely looks dramatic. It is not always a big speech, a major opportunity, or a perfect burst of motivation. Most of the time, it is quieter than that. It is the moment when you could cut a corner, but you choose to do it right. The moment when nobody's watching, but you still give your best. The moment when your feelings are loud, but your values speak louder. That is where real strength is built. Not in the applause, not in the easy days, not when everything is lined up and your energy is high. Real strength is built when you learn to be reliable to yourself, even when the mood is missing. Because discipline is not about becoming a machine. It is not about ignoring your limits or pretending you never struggle. Discipline is simply the practice of returning to what matters, again and again, with honesty, with patience, with self-respect. You do not need a perfect life to become stronger. You need a clear next step. Maybe today that step is finishing the workout you almost skipped. Maybe it is opening the book for 20 focused minutes. Maybe it is cleaning the space that has been draining your mind. Maybe it is apologizing, applying, saving, practicing, stretching, planning, or walking away from something that keeps pulling you backward. Small? Yes. But small is not weak. A brick is small, a seed is small. A single promise kept is small. But enough small things, repeated with intention, can change the entire structure of your life. The problem is that most people underestimate the quiet moments. They wait for intensity. They wait for a sign. They wait until they feel confident before they act. But confidence is often not the starting point. It is the result. You earn it by proving to yourself that you can move with uncertainty, keep going through discomfort, and choose progress when excuses are available. Think about the version of you that you respect most. That person is not built by fantasy. That person is built by decisions. Choosing the better meal when you want the easy one. Choosing the honest conversation when avoiding it would feel safer. Choosing practice when scrolling would be easier. Choosing rest when your pride tells you to burn out. Choosing your future over your impulse. That is mature ambition. Not chasing everything. Not comparing yourself until you feel empty. Not trying to impress people who do not even know what your path requires. Healthy ambition is looking at your life and saying, I am willing to become responsible for what I can control. You can control your effort, your preparation, your attitude after disappointment, your willingness to learn, your boundaries, your daily habits, your response when plans change. You cannot control every outcome, but you can control the kind of person you become while pursuing it, and that matters more than you think. There will be days when progress feels invisible, days when you do the right things and still feel behind, days when your mind says, what is the point? In those moments, do not measure your whole journey by one tired afternoon. Do not let one hard day rewrite your belief in yourself. Pause, breathe, reset the standard, then take the next useful action. You do not have to win the whole year today. You do not have to fix your entire life by sunset. You only have to stop abandoning yourself in the moments that matter. If you said you would train, train at the level you can. If you said you would study, open the material and begin. If you said you would stop feeding a bad habit, make the next choice cleaner. If you fell off yesterday, return today without drama. Recovery is not shameful. Returning is a skill. Let your life become a place where effort can be trusted. Not perfect effort, honest effort. The kind that says, I may be tired, but I am not helpless. I may be afraid, but I am still capable. I may be starting late, but I am starting with intention. I may have failed before, but I can learn without hating myself. This is how you build a strong mind. You stop negotiating with every temporary feeling. You stop letting discomfort make all your decisions. You stop treating your goals like distant wishes and start treating them like daily responsibilities. And slowly, something changes. You walk differently. You speak differently. You trust yourself more. Not because life became easy, but because you became someone who does not disappear when it gets hard. So today, make one choice that your future self will respect. One focused hour. One honest effort. One boundary kept. One difficult task completed. One step toward the person you said you wanted to become. Do it calmly. Do it fully. Do it without needing applause. Because the life you want is not waiting in some magical moment. It is being shaped right now in the decision in front of you. Choose well, then choose again.